Our top focus in Prime 5, it's the second day of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's historic Israel visit. Prime Minister Modi also held delegation-level talks with the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, which was then followed by signing of key MOUs in different sectors. A total of 16 MOUs were signed. At the joint statement a short while back, the two leaders hailed the deepening bilateral cooperation between the two countries, including in the defense sector. Crucially, Prime Minister Modi stated that mutually beneficial FTA, that's a free trade agreement, will be concluded with Israel soon. An agreement on UPI has also been signed. Earlier in the day, Prime Minister Modi paid his respects at Yad Vashem, which is Israel's official memorial to the victims of the Holocaust in Jerusalem. He also met Israeli President Isaac Herzog, and the two leaders discussed enhancing cooperation in education, startups, innovation, tech, and even connectivity. Prime Minister Modi thanked President Herzog for his steadfast support in strengthening the special India-Israel partnership. He invited President Herzog to visit India in the near future as well.
आज हमने क्षेत्रीय एवं वैश्विक मुद्दों पर भी व्यापक चर्चा की। क्षेत्रीय कनेक्टिविटी को बढ़ावा देते हुए हम इंडिया मिडिल ईस्ट यूरोप इकोनॉमिक कॉरिडोर आईमेक और इंडिया इजराइल यूएई यूएसए यानी I2U2 पर नई गति से आगे बढ़ेंगे। फ्रेंड, भारत और इजराइल पूरी तरह से स्पष्ट है कि आतंकवाद का दुनिया में कोई स्थान नहीं है। किसी भी रूप में, किसी भी अभिव्यक्ति में आतंकवाद को स्वीकार नहीं किया जा सकता। हम कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर आतंकवाद और उनके समर्थकों का विरोध करते रहे हैं और आगे भी करते रहेंगे। भारत की सोच स्पष्ट है। ह्यूमैनिटी must never become a victim of conflict. गाजा पीस प्लान से शांति का एक रास्ता बना है। भारत ने इन प्रयासों का पूर्ण समर्थन किया है। भविष्य में भी हम सभी देशों के साथ संवाद और सहयोग जारी रखेंगे। आपसी निवेश को बढ़ावा देने के लिए हमने पिछले वर्ष बायलैटरल इन्वेस्टमेंट एग्रीमेंट किया। हम शीघ्र ही एक म्यूचुअली बेनिफिशियल फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट को भी अंतिम रूप देंगे। टेक्नोलॉजी हमारी भावी साझेदारी का केंद्र है। आज हमने क्रिटिकल एंड इमर्जिंग टेक्नोलॉजी पार्टनरशिप स्थापित करने का निर्णय लिया है। इससे एआई, क्वांटम और क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स जैसे क्षेत्रों में सहयोग को नई गति मिलेगी। मुझे खुशी है कि इजरायल में यूपीआई के इस्तेमाल के लिए समझौता किया गया है। डिजिटल हेल्थ के क्षेत्र में भी हम अपने अनुभव साझा करते हुए लोगों के जीवन में सुधार लाने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध हैं। रक्षा के क्षेत्र में हमारा दशकों पुराना विश्वसनीय सहयोग रहा है। पिछले वर्ष हुए एमओयू से इसमें नए आयाम जुड़ेंगे। हम मिलकर जॉइंट डेवलपमेंट, जॉइंट प्रोडक्शन और ट्रांसफर ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी की दिशा में आगे बढ़ेंगे। साथ ही हम सिविल न्यूक्लियर एनर्जी और स्पेस जैसे क्षेत्रों में भी सहयोग आगे बढ़ाएंगे।
We spoke about cooperation with the extraordinarily talented people of India and our people, and we're working this into concrete plans. I'll just give you two examples. You know, you talk about precision agriculture. You know what that means. It means you don't average irrigate a field. You target a specific part. No, you target a specific plant. You water a plant. Well, why can't you water a specific student's mind? When we talk about precision education, we have now the software and the AI to reach every young student, boy or girl, and enable them to reach their full potential. And the limitations that were constraining us in previous times no longer constrain us. That is, to those who seize the future. The future belongs to those who innovate, and Israel and India are bent on innovation.
And well, my colleague Aditya Rajkol is joining us live from Israel. Aditya, just a few moments back, we saw a slew of MOUs being signed between India and Israel covering various avenues. You gave us a lowdown of that from AI, tech, energy and agriculture. But talk to us more about how, with all these MOUs being signed, India and Israel have only taken their partnership to a strategic level.
Well, certainly, Rahisha, it's a big development coming in between India and Israel. Firstly, NDTV Newsbreak 2 days ago has been confirmed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself that India and Israel have elevated now the diplomatic ties to a special strategic partnership. It's a big development coming in. Of course, Prime Minister Netanyahu welcomed Prime Minister Modi with a very warm welcome. Yesterday, he spoke at the Knesset. There was a very warm reception of the Indian Prime Minister. And of course, at the same time, we have today the delegation level talks are taking place where, of course, Prime Minister Narendra Modi emphasized on how the relationship is now being taken to another level. And now joining us exclusively, first comment from the Israeli ambassador to India, joining us live here. Reuven Azar, congratulations for such a successful visit. Your first comments on what is the road ahead? What exactly are you looking at in the strategic special partnership?
Well, Aditya, we are seeing that now our leaders have given us a lot of work ahead. We have worked in order to make this summit a success, to sign these agreements. Now we have to implement the agreements. And this means that we are going to work a lot. Next week, we are planning to have the visit of our Director General of the Ministry of Defense to put content immediately on the agreements that were achieved during this summit. He's going to discuss the joint resilience of both countries. He's going to discuss special projects that we can do both on the governmental sector, but also in the cooperation between our companies.
You know, I will stop you here to ask. In future, there is an FTA likelihood. Will you put a timeline to it? Can it be signed in 2026 itself? Will we also see a possibility of an Iron Dome being manufactured someday in India? Will it happen when Reuven Azar is the ambassador of India?
I certainly hope so. But going back to the FTA, what I can tell you is that I discussed personally with our Minister of Economy, Nir Barkat. He spoke with Minister Goyal only 2 days ago.
Yes.
When we concluded the first round of the negotiations on the FTA.
Yes.
And I can tell you that they are very determined. There is a lot of work. We are trying to press them as much as we can. We are positive that we can finish this year. The question is when. So we are doing our utmost to do it. And Prime Minister Modi himself has said that he views a proximate signing of the agreement, and we can leave some of the things open and discuss every 2 years how to update it.
Well, last question on terrorism. A very strong voice at the Knesset by the Prime Minister and here at the joint statement that India and Israel will fight shoulder to shoulder when it comes to terrorism. Also, India is perhaps the only country where there is no anti-Semitism. A very strong statement of brotherhood.
Absolutely. And, the speech of Prime Minister Modi in the Knesset was really touched the hearts not only of our parliamentarians, but the entire people of Israel. And I see it in the feedback that we get both through the media and also in social media. This is a sense that, India and its leader is a power that appreciates and loves Israelis. We have a joint heritage, a relationship that goes back 2,000 years. And Jews, as you said, feel very secure in India. They have been feeling secure for in the past, and I'm sure this is going to be the case in the future.
All right, thank you very much. That was Ruin Azar, Israel's ambassador to India, speaking exclusively here to NDTV about the visit, the joint statement, and how India and Israel are now taking this forward to a special strategic partnership that will only see India counting on Israel as a top country among the top 5. Perhaps only after United States and France, but certainly Israel is on the roadmap to an FTA with India, and that will be certainly a big news in a few weeks and months from now.
Right, absolutely, Aditya. I just want to take that thought forward that you had with the Israeli ambassador there about the brotherhood between Prime Minister Modi and Bibi. A short while ago, we heard the Israeli Prime Minister saying that I owe India great personal debt. Talk to us more about this bonhomie and camaraderie that we've witnessed in the last 2 days. We also saw the Israeli Prime Minister wearing a Nehru jacket, perhaps showcasing India's culture there.
I didn't get the audio clearly, but I understood a gist of it. On innovation and AI as well, there was a lot of communication and discussion. And AI agreement, Erez Askel was here, the head of the AI directorate. So on AI innovation, could we see a new kind of an era between India and Israel, and helping the agriculture, farmer, water management in India, and the manufacturing perhaps also taking place in India?
Well, we just had Erez Askel visiting the AI summit. He met with all the relevant players in the Indian government and private sector.
Yes.
We have just signed an MOU of cooperation to AI, and we're going to sit together in order to materialize the potential and try to see both how we do cooperation on R&D, but also how to build data centers together.
All right. That's the latest, Raisha. Back to you.
Right, thanks very much, Aditya, for getting us the latest from Jerusalem. All right, shifting our focus to another big story that we're tracking for you here on Prime 5. This is, of course, regarding Netanyahu's Indian attire there, where he surprised the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who will in a short while from now be on his way back to New Delhi. The Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu surprised Prime Minister Modi by turning up in traditional Indian attire. And that's the visual on your screens right now, where you see Bibi wearing a Nehru jacket, sharing on social media. Netanyahu posted a caption in Hindi, and Prime Minister Modi met the Israeli president. Well, after this, let's tell you what happened next. Prime Minister Modi met the Israeli President Isaac Herzog before the bilateral between Bibi and him. And during that meet, we can see Prime Minister Modi planting sapling. This is when Prime Minister Modi met the Israeli President Isaac Herzog for a small bilateral, perhaps reaffirming ties focused on agriculture, water management and connectivity. Of course, one of the MOUs which was signed a few minutes back also contained the agriculture aspect and water management. Prime Minister Modi also planted a sapling at the presidential residence. Prime Minister Modi also paid tribute at Holocaust Memorial, that is at Yad Vashem, which is Israel's official memorial to the victims of Holocaust in Jerusalem. This is how Prime Minister Modi started his day 2 while he's still in Israel. And we can see Benjamin Netanyahu and Prime Minister Modi visiting the Yad Vashem Holocaust Museum, which is Israel's oldest and official Holocaust museum. Prime Minister Modi there also laid the wreath, placed a stone and paid tribute at the memorial service to the Holocaust victims. And after that, Prime Minister Modi visited Book of Names. The Prime Ministers began the tour of the Holocaust Museum in the Hall of Names, displaying the names of victims killed in the Holocaust. There, Netanyahu showed Prime Minister Modi the names of his wife, Sarah's relatives who were killed in the Holocaust. And during his visit to the museum, the Holocaust Museum there, we can see that Prime Minister Narendra Modi also wrote and signed the book at the Holocaust Museum after paying respects at the memorial.